Okay, hello, this is Matt with iGo Software, and today we're working with Simon over at Bulleen Health and Fitness to show the very basics on how to use the iGo360 software program in their facility. We're going to cover how to log in for the first time, how to update the key fobs. You have new RFID tag key fobs you'll be assigning people that activate the door system, how to enter a new member, how to put a member on hold, how to cancel a member, and how to do a manual scan in. So we're going to go pretty quick to keep this video short. If you have any other questions, of course, there's going to be other training materials and things you can access, or just ask Simon. He's going to be an expert on how to use iGo360. Anyway, okay, so when you first log in, the first thing you're going to go to is you're going to go to this website up here. It's going to be international.igofigure.com. That should already be bookmarked, so you just have this screen on there. The first time you've logged in, if you did not receive an email saying, hey, you can go log in right now, here's your temporary password, and I'm pretty sure you did not, what you'll do is you'll come to this screen, you'll click Forgot Password. When you click Forgot Password, this comes up, you enter your email address, and what will happen is it'll generate and email you a temporary password. Okay, so once you receive that email, you come back to this screen, you enter in your email address, and then the temporary password, just to cut and paste if you have access to it, or type it in if you aren't on the same screen, and then log in. And what will happen is they'll say accept this user agreement. You actually will have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the user agreement before it'll allow you to check the box that says I accept the user agreement. Then you'll come back in, and then you'll enter your password twice. You'll come back in and then log in, and you'll be good to go. When you log in, you'll be presented with, it won't show you this because I'm logging in as a super admin, but you'll be presented with options. It'll say, do you want to launch the club tier or the welcome screen? You're going to want to launch the club tier, and what that's going to do is it's going to open you up, and you'll be seeing this screen, okay? So you'll log in and you'll see this screen. So now we're going to cover the basics. And the basics, we cover just how to log in. Next, we're going to cover how to enter a new member. So you're going to have a new member shows, wait, do you enter them, Simon, or does, okay, so we won't cover that with the employees. We'll just cover that with you after we finish with this demo. Okay. Okay, so what's going to happen for you guys is you're going to have a member that comes in that owes money. So when a member attempts to scan in and they owe you money, their name's going to appear in red over here. And to access that member's record, you just click the link over here. It'll pop up this member's record. You come to the billing tab, and what it's going to show is the current due that he owes, and has a big button that says Get Payment. So here, Mr. Cricks does not owe any money, but if he owed money and his name was in red, you'd see $9.95 or whatever he owed here. Okay, so it's real simple. What you do is you just click Get Payment. Okay, pretty straightforward. And what will happen is if we pick somebody that owed money, they'll show a list of the invoices that are owed here with a total. You type in the total amount, you check off the invoices to be applied, and then you hit Checkout. And then when you check out, it will give you the option to select the account on file, select their credit card account on file, and go from there. If they don't have that payment method filed, it'll let you enter a new account number there, and then you go from there. So I'm going to enter, see if it allows me to do this just so I can show you that. We won't process it, but if we had $100, yeah, we don't. I'll find a member that owes money, and we'll do that later. But that's generally how you do capturing a payment. I'll review that in more detail with Simon offline so you know how to do that. The next thing that's going to happen is you're going to have all these members in that have their barcoded RFID tags, and we're going to need to transition those over to a new key tag. Okay, so they're going to need the new RFID tag, which means they need a new number. So what happens is they'll appear, you jump to their member record, let's say they show up and they have not scanned in. Okay, and you're like, okay, great. I just had Robert Crick show up, and he hasn't scanned in, so he's not over here on the scan in window, and you need to look up his record. So you can just start typing it right here. Type in Cricks, do a search. It'll come up here, and then you can click it, and it'll jump you into his member record. To assign to him a new key fob, you just simply click the Edit, this blue little pencil button up here that says Edit. You see the barcode number right here. You type in the new barcode, the RFID number here, and click Save. And once you do that, he's got the new RFID tag, and it's going to work fine, assuming that you entered it correctly. I always recommend you double check it after you've entered it to make sure you've entered it correctly. Okay, so just as a caveat, it takes about 15 minutes for that to synchronize with the door system. So if the person runs over there straight away and they try to scan it, it's not going to scan in correctly. So just remember that it takes 15 minutes to synchronize. Okay, so now let's say Robert wants to go on hold. Robert comes in and says, oh, hey, I broke my leg. I don't want to be billed for 4 weeks as I recover. So if he had scanned in, you would do, click his member record. It comes over here. And what you have is a series of buttons that do different things over here. And one of them looks like the hold button on your VCR. For those of you who still have a VCR, maybe on your remote control, you click that and it'll allow you to set up a hold. So you assign the employee who's, executing the hold, and you have the start date of the hold and the end date of the hold. So if they want to go for 4 weeks, you just roll it out for however long that is to whenever they're going to come back, and then you have a reason. You select medical, and then you click save. And what it means when they're on hold is it's the same as in version 3. That means they're not going to be billed during that time period. Okay? And when they come off hold, then they're billed. That's really it. You can add a note in here if there's any special note that you want to do. So we're going to cancel out of that because we don't want to put more Mr. Cricks on hold. Now let's say Mr. Cricks shows up and he says, oh, I don't want to be a member anymore. I'm moving over to Brisbane or somewhere where you don't have a facility, and he wants to cancel. Canceling is pretty easy too. As you might guess from your choice of buttons over here, it's the big red X button. So you just click cancel, and it'll pop up a pop-up window for you to say, okay, we're going to cancel without exchanging money. Some clubs will sell like a year-long membership, and if they have 8 months left on the contract, they would buy out for the cancel. Okay, or you might end up issuing a refund. Y'all are never going to do that. I know how you run your clubs. It's always going to be just canceling without exchanging money, since most everybody's a weekly member. And then you just click continue, and then check. It'll say confirm cancellation, and you've canceled the member. The member will become a terminated member. Their status, which is right here, will be changed to terminated, and they'll no longer be a member. Okay. Pretty straightforward. And now for a manual scan in. Now you're going to have people that show up and say, oh, I forgot my key fob. I can't scan in. What do I do? You'll be here. You just click the manual sign in button, and that will pull up a list of members. Now, you'll have 1,800 members, or however many members you'll have in this list, and so it's going to be a real hassle to scroll through that. All you need to do is type in the first few letters of their name. Say his name's Robert, and you can just type in Rob, and it'll pull up everybody with a Rob in their name. You got 2 pages of that, so you might put in an ERT and then narrow your search a little bit more, and that's everybody that has a Robert in their name. You got 19 of them. You just check off the box to manually scan them in. You click OK. They'll scan in, and then their name will appear over here. Okay? So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the high level of what you're going to need to do to initially log in for the first time. How to update the key fobs with the new RFID fobs, how to put a member on hold, how to cancel a member, and how to do a manual scan. And these are the very basics. I'm going to continue some more in-depth training with Simon right now, but if you have any questions, check with Simon or Steve, or contact support directly, and we'd be happy to help you out. Thank you again, and we'll talk more later. Bye-bye.